Hello, beautiful angels. Welcome to my channel if you guys are new, and if you guys are returning, I'm so blessed, so grateful to be here, and I can't stress enough how much you guys mean to me and how I appreciate you guys visiting me for your readings. Today's reading is going to be quite the treat, and I gotta tell you, take a look at all the videos that I've put together, and I have never felt the way I felt compiling these three piles. Okay, intense and very interesting. So we're most likely in for quite the treat. And we have our topics under these three blank picks. Okay, so it's a pick a card reading. If you guys are new to pick a cards, new to tarot, new to this channel, then I do suggest you go listen to the disclaimer, which I'll put a timestamp below. And for those of you guys who know the drill, you guys can certainly click on any one of these three to get you into that in which you're feeling connected to. Although I do highly suggest you listen to your intuition in regards to what you should do, because this is a little different. Okay, so we'll see what these three are, because on the back side of these three, we have exactly what it is we'll be taking a look at for you guys. And I do feel the intensity of this reading. So if you are drawn to multiple piles, then you can certainly go do that as well. Before we get into revealing what these three picks are, let's take a look at the decks that we're using for today's reading. It's quite a bit. If you guys are interested in some of these oracle packs I'm showing you, I do have a lot of videos in my playlist in regards to card reveals or deck reveals, going over the cards in these decks, most of them. You might have a hard time finding them though, that's the thing. A lot of beautiful decks, very powerful. And finally, for the tarot, if we will be tapping into tarot at all, I don't know. We'll be using the guardian angel messages. We'll play this by ear and see if we do need tarot for any further clarification. So, gorgeous, beautiful, fantastic, amazing viewers. Let's take a look at our three options, shall we? Now, what I'd like to do is obviously use your intuition. If you're pulled to one now, that's fine. We'll reveal these three. Now, if you have a hard time choosing, what we will do is we'll ask Spirit to choose your pile for you. Okay, which I'll also put a timestamp below if you have a difficult time. And like I said, if you're pulled to multiple, all three, that's absolutely fine. Just use your intuition. Okay, so let's take a look at these three options and see what sort of reading is Spirit putting together for you beautiful people. Option 1, Spirit, pump me up. Option number 2, healing message. Option number 3, you have prepared to hear this. So sit with this energy. And for those of you guys who have a hard time choosing, we will pick one, or let Spirit pick one, I should say, together, so that Spirit will tell you which one is your pile. Okay, so I'll give you guys a little bit of time to sit here. All right, now for those of you guys unsure, Spirit, what pile should the viewer choose at this time? So 6, we don't have any 6s. Let's add one more dice. 6 and 5 is 11, and 11 is 2, and 11 is also 2 ones. So Spirit is suggesting you pick the healing message and pump me up. Okay, so you guys have 2 piles, pile 2 and pile 1. And I would suggest I don't know, using your intuition, which one you should hear first. Okay. Intuitively, I'm thinking the order is the second one and then the first one, but maybe that's for me. I don't know. Or somebody who was stuck. So interesting. Beautiful angels. Sit with this energy, and then I will see you guys at your pick. Spirit, pump me up. Now, I didn't want to poo-poo any of the other two piles, but I got to tell you, this pile absolutely was zing, zing, zinging, okay, with the spirit pump me up. So I don't know what this message is, but it was like almost like chanting, like pump me up, pump me up, pump me up, pump me up. Like it was so like intense. And by the end, I was like, I don't know if I was crying tears of like joy or like frightened by the intensity. It was so intense, in a good way. So Spirit pump me up. I don't know what this is about, okay? I haven't looked at these cards at all, so I hope Spirit doesn't throw me for a loop. But I do feel it is positive, okay? That's just my intuitive sort of inkling here. But let's take a look at what Spirit's wanting to pump you up about. Maybe we've been really just out, and maybe we've been focused on things that have been heavy or difficult, and we're needing some pump me up. So Spirit, pump me up. Pile number 1. Do take a listen to the disclaimer if it's your first time to tarot, first time to this channel, okay? It's up to you to use your intuition, what you'll see, feel, or hear to determine whether these messages make sense for you. If it's too difficult for you to listen to any of the messages, then that is between you and Spirit, okay? So if you want to go straight away to your message, you can go straight to the timestamp where I will be doing the channeling, and the best way to tap into your intuition is to sit through this card layout, which I'll be doing right now. So 31, vow release. 31 or the number 4. Okay. And we have repose with 43 or the number 7. And we have the deer mouse with the keyword nest. Would more tenderness help? And we have everything is scary and you feel vulnerable, but that doesn't mean anything is going to go wrong. Anxious feelings aren't usually indicative of reality, with the cute little kitty cat. And we have physical touch. A tender touch can mean so much. And we have the tea leaf of torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Okay, and we have surrender. Sometimes learning to surrender can feel as if you're dying. The ego learns what's hardest to stop trying to control. The ego learns what's hardest to stop trying to control the whole universe. Your path, dear Lord, help me trust that there's a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusions. And humility, allow me, divine, to always accept the right assistance. I welcome your help in every way and delight in receiving it. Beautiful, beautiful. And we have inner child. I'm getting Aquarius energy from the stars here. And we have reflection, reflect upon life experience with the number 45, could be a significant number, or the number 9. It's giving me a maze here. Okay, and we have protection. Safeguard yourself, number 44. So we have succession here. Interesting. 44, 45. And this crow? No, wings are way too big to be a crow. I don't know. Kind of looks like a crow. Safeguard yourself, okay? And we have 62 with limiting beliefs. This situation calls for reprogramming your belief system. So 62 is the number 8. And we have Earth Angel. Beautiful. Oh, hopefully I have room for all these. And we have taking a vow. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this. Release a vow, taking a vow. What the frick frack? 31 and 20. Okie dokie. Okay. And we have Pluto transformation, the number 11. Ooh, okay, 11 is a very spiritual number. Pump me up. And we have Sun in Scorpio with passion, number 8, a passionate, intense, or mysterious phase. Look at these two people tangoing. So Scorpio energy. I'm also feeling heavy Leo energy with all the sun and this number 8. Okay. We have Gaia 28, or the number 10. The frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another, just as we are to our great mother and to the universe that birthed us all. Beautiful. So where should we put your torch? Let's put your torch right there. We'll put this here. And we have number 1. Above you, the lantern dancer. Okay. Okie dokie. Beautiful angels. Beautiful angels. Let's take a look at pump me up, pump me up, pump me up message. I'm hearing beam me up, Scotty. Beam me up, Scotty. Why are we being beamed up? Star Trek? I don't know any Star Trek, so that might be for somebody here. Spirits, let me see. Okay, this might be what pumped you up. Okay, hopefully. If it doesn't pump you up, then it's most likely not your message. So, beautiful, beautiful angels. There's sort of two ways this message is coming through. And so you're going to have to determine which one applies to you. You could certainly be in a situation that has been very, very, very difficult. Okay. And it could have been difficult for quite some time. And this is probably why beam me up, Scotty, because there's been no appearance of any sort of change, any appearance of success, movement, or movement here. And so it could become a very, very, very discouraging when we are feeling stuck ourselves, or we're in situations where we feel other people or circumstances aren't helping things move. So this is the two things I'm seeing. I'm seeing either you have actively been very challenged with progression, okay, whatever progression means to you, or you've been dealing in a situation with people or a circumstance that has not been moving. Okay. And what this is talking about is this point in time where there is a release of the old so that we can make way for the new. And I believe that this is potentially the best sort of news you could possibly hear here, because I feel like this has been something that's been very consuming, taking up a lot of your airtime in your mind. And I feel like this shift is so big that it's guiding you towards a whole new chapter. Okay. And I feel like it's not even a chapter that you're walking into. It's a whole new book. Okay. And so if you've been really stuck, then when I say this whole new book, it could be certainly very anxious for you to hear, because I feel like we've been hanging on, or we've been stuck to our old world, or something that we've known, something we've committed to, something that we've been attached to for some time. Okay. But I feel like what we're breaking through is the limiting beliefs. And the limiting beliefs, now, if this isn't you actively, it's like the situation was held up because of a limitation. Okay. And because of this, it's been very draining and it's been very disappointing. And so this release is really, really, really allowing there to be a new seriousness, but a new book towards writing your future. Okay, but I think this has taken a lot. And I feel like we're taking off like a huge backpack that's been full of rocks, boulders potentially that we've been carrying or weighing ourselves down. And we might have not have even realized, just like, the frog going in the boiling water being turned up at a time. I feel like over time, we've been really, really burdened and carrying so much that I feel like when this backpack comes off, it is euphoric. It is absolutely, it's going to shatter your, how you connect to your world. Because I don't feel for this group you've ever experienced or connected to your environment or your situation or your life in this way that your life's about to shift. Okay, so I feel a little bit of a mixture of energy here, as you can tell, and why is because it is a little bit overwhelming, because it's almost like having everything you need, everything you could have ever wanted, everything you've possibly dreamed of having, experiencing, coming to you, and then being like, wow, like, how do I receive this? And so maybe we've been preparing to receive this beautiful blessing. And maybe we've felt unworthy of this beautiful blessing. Or maybe we've been just, I don't know, unable to put down that big, heavy rock backpack, that we've been carrying. But this transformation is Mother Gaia, okay, coming through with this beautiful shift of energy, and is helping you and protecting you and allowing you to be very conscious of putting down what doesn't serve you, closing the chapter to something that's left you feeling burned out, burdened. And for some time, maybe we've been trying to really navigate and understand and reflect. So I do feel for a lot of you guys, if you felt alone, I feel like you felt alone for a very long time, that it's became your norm. And so we stopped feeling that it could be possible for us, that whatever we could possibly imagine as the best thing ever in our world could happen or unfold or manifest for us. I think we've given up or just didn't think possible. Although I do feel there has been prayers, and maybe through your dreams, or maybe through your deepest knowing of what you really wanted, you've put out to the universe this energy of, this is what I want. Okay, but I feel like there might have been a lot of fear in getting what we want. And so we didn't want to attach to that dream or that vision in case it never manifested. And so we were putting out to the universe an energy of us not fully feeling ready or deserving, or it's aligning with our energy. That's about to change here. I feel like what's about to shift here is your dream manifesting in front of you. And it's one that really connects to your authenticity, your genuineness, and a trueness that you've been maybe trying to not acknowledge within yourself, so that you wouldn't set yourself up to disappointment. And so I feel like you're no longer alone. You're no longer removed. You're no longer isolated. You're no longer sort of feeling that heavy backpack, You're putting down that heavy backpack that's weighing you down, that you've been carrying around for quite some time here. And so we might have got very used to accommodating that part, that's to take it off. We would think we'd leave a void or a big space. But I feel like the energy that comes in perfectly helps you and matches up to your energy field in order for you to experience what it's like to fully immerse yourself in what it is that you deserve. And so I feel like there is this alignment. It's an alignment here, you know, and it's taken a lot of work. And I feel like we could have been very, very doubtful about the universe providing and our own energy accommodating and all of that sort of uneasy energy. Because I feel there's a lot of uneasy energy, anxious energy, and self-defeating potentially energies, you know. And like I said, if it's not yours, and there goes my email, it could certainly be really being stunted by energies around you or people around you that it just couldn't sort of shift here energetically, that was really impacting you and your movement. Although we know people can't really impact their movement, I feel like our movement now is not impacted. Okay. And so we have Earth Angel protection here. I feel like you guys have manifested and brought in. And here we see two people. Okay. Guidance. You guys have brought in help. You guys have brought in, like I said, you're not alone. There's certainly energy around you. And I feel like this energy around you is, this is physical touch. I feel like it's something you can rely on, someone you can rely on, something that's here to stay. It's not something that's going to come and go. And so maybe there was fear of being abandoned, or maybe there was fear of trusting anyone outside of yourself. And so I feel like this is something you can commit to with this taking a vow. Okay, but it's the shift of not having to rely on self to transform to this energy of acceptance and this newness of yourself. And so I feel like there is, like, look at these two birds, which I never even noticed how similar these two birds are really looking. So birds are all about communication, but these two birds are ascending. Okay. And so I feel like where there might have been stuck information or stuck communication or stuck energy, it's soaring to new heights, and we're being liberated or freed from any sort of trap that we might have been stuck in. And I feel like there is this lightness of energy where the things might have been very heavy. Okay. And we're finally seeing our way through the dark, seeing our way with clarity, no longer feeling like the anxious thoughts are sort of guiding us. And I feel like with the spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding, I feel like there's a new integrated clarity that can't be taken away from the energy that's going on here. So once we shed light in anything that's dark, it remains to no longer go into the darkness. It's now out in the open. So there's something coming out in the open, being visible, alleviating, feeling a lot lighter. And like I say, this torch is some dream or vision we held for a very long time. You know, we held a torch for that dream, that person, that situation, that dream of whatever it was that we might have, like I said, not been completely wanting to believe in because we didn't want to, you know, be disappointed if it never unfolded. For whatever reason, we didn't allow ourselves to dream. We didn't allow ourselves to believe we were worthy or to see our way through it. That's all about to change. Pile number 1, this is like a big shift for you, a big transformation. And I could see why there's a lot of uneasiness here. Even as I read it, I'm a little bit uneasy, you know, but I feel like there was a lot of navigating and reflecting and a lot of self-limiting beliefs and situations that were not very certain or clear to us. So I feel like you've had a lot of involvement in this shift, and there was a need to surrender, like I say, and put down that heavy backpack. So let's see, Spirit, for pile 1, what is this pump me up, Spirit? Like, pump up pile number 1. They need a pump up here. And I don't know. This message is pumping you up. I sure hope it pumps you up. But pile number 1, pump them up. What do they need to know? I'm going to only read these cards in the upright, but we will read if there are any blocks here that pull through. Okay, so 10 pentacles, 10 of earth, Gaia. Whew. So I'm getting the bag of rocks here, okay? So it's almost like, what am I feeling here? We've been in a state for such a long time, okay? It did get very heavy there. I don't know that we understood or realized how heavy we might have been sitting in that, okay? But it was built over quite some time. But now I feel like it's like the polar opposite energy comes through and it's already fulfilled. So, in other words, it's like, let's just say, okay, for example, here, we're having to leave a career that we worked for a very long time that was super, super, super stressful, but we were so committed to it, and we developed a relationship with that in which we knew. And then all of a sudden there's like this, and it's not all of a sudden, because I do feel like you guys have been working for quite some time to go through this whole thing, but I feel like the switch of intensity here is all of a sudden you find yourself in a completely different career that is so natural to you, and pays you even more than you could have even possibly imagined, and it doesn't come with all the stressors and everything else that other career came with. And it's almost like, what do I do with myself? It doesn't feel like I'm even working, and I'm getting paid, and I'm like already set up. Like there is no need to climb a ladder. It's like you're at the final state. So there's something about something you're committed to, some form of commitment that takes you to this final end of being accomplished and getting everything you sort of need fulfilled, but releasing what you were experiencing as fulfillment, as sort of end game in some way. So either you gave up on yourself in some fashion, believing that your whatever situation was it. There was nothing greater or bigger, or that's the way that it had to be, until we experience something here that I feel is almost hard to believe, at least for you. Yeah. Okay. Wow. 10 Pentacles. So that is the commitment card, the family card, long-term retirement, planning, stability, family. So I'm not reading reversals. The 8 of Swords. So this is this limiting beliefs. This situation calls for reprogramming your belief system. So I feel this has been a big challenge, okay, in regards to the movement here. Yeah, the world. We're closing a major, major cycle. Accomplishment, celebration, completion. Okay, so our mental prison, our limitations, our inability, however we were incapable, this is closing out. We're no longer in a state of feeling imprisoned by our thoughts, by our circumstances, by reasons why we could not move forward. Okay, this is a successful closure of something, a completion of a phase. And like I said, it's not even a new chapter, it's a whole new book. So we've been at this, I feel, for some time. We had something for quite some time. Okay, but I assure you guys, I assure you, that heavy backpack that we were maybe too anxious to put down could be the best possible thing that you could do. And I feel like you realize this like the minute you enter that new world. And that's probably it, is like there's a lot of anticipation, like especially let's say if we start a new job, it's like, like I quit my lifetime career. And then you open the door, your first day, your new job. And then you're like, did I make the worst fucking mistake? Or is this going to be absolutely like, angels singing? You guys got angels singing on the other side. And you're going to say, why the hell did I spend 40 years at this career when I could have, should have, would have. Now, don't get stuck in the shoulda, woulda, coulda, but I feel like there is this realization, like I've been carrying this backpack, but I feel like you're just so happy to close and be out of that state, because I feel like the anxiety limbo state has been very heavy. Not necessarily that environment in which you've been in, but I think you haven't realized how limiting that environment really has been for you. There's a big realization here. Massive. Okay, so 4 of Swords and the 2 of Swords. So we've had to do a lot of reflecting. Now, again, reflected here with this reflection is this 4 of Swords. And this 2 Swords is the card of indecision, avoidance, and confusion, which we've been in for some time. There's been a lot of uncertainty, and with the 2 Swords, sometimes there's 2 ideas that can't necessarily coincide, because it's like, if I focus on this career, I can't focus on that career. Or if it's like I have a big dream of like nursing like a family and being like a family person, but I've always had a dream of like having a career. Like these are 2 different sort of worlds like that can't coincide. And so we've been stuck at this crossroads, this indecision, and this inability to know what really was for us. But I feel like what was really getting in the way of us being certain and moving in that direction was our limitation, what we were capable of doing and not doing, and maybe feeling very much like believing the old mind story was going to keep us more in line with one path that wasn't as desirable, because the other path almost seemed very surreal. And so I feel like we're finally seeing our path where we didn't know our path, and we finally surrender to the fact that maybe I was holding on to limitations. Maybe the path of the dream that's absolutely ultimate here is worthy of me taking a chance, because that passion we have to go down that path, and that inner child has been calling for you to do this, because this is a part of your soul. Why you've reincarnated here. Okay, pile number 1. There's a purpose for this thing. This is why you've really been called to step up here and pull this. And there's been a lot of healing throughout the process of having to sit through clarity and review and mulling over and contemplation. And I feel that's backpack was also very heavy, because sitting in that state couldn't be pleasant. So we had the backpack of the world that we created or were living in, which seemed very attached to us, because it's the world we chose, we created. And then we have the big, heavy backpack of staying stuck and not knowing, how do we make the dream even come true or happen or pursue it? Or are we even, there's like an energy of here, am I even foolish to believe that such a thing could be possible for me? Or that I'm deserving of it, or how I would cooperate or align to it. I don't know, and I don't understand. So lots of healing here. Okay, because I feel there's been a lot of anxious thoughts, very tense, but I feel like, look at this piece. It's really standing out, and vibrancy, because I feel like we're going into a vibrant world. Oh, from the cold, from the frozen tundra to this beautiful, vibrant summertime energy. And we're at peace. And because there isn't anything we need to do, there's nothing to do but to be yourself. Like, how relaxing. It really feels like, let's say you were like trekking with like a big bag, backpack with heavy rocks. The minute you take that off, that feeling you get when you take that off after walking however many miles with that, like, that's the feeling you're going to get. And I don't think that feeling just all of a sudden disappears. It's that feeling, because like after taking that backpack for like, 10 minutes later, you might start to feel normal again. This is like that feeling of taking that bag off your back and feeling like just totally elated I don't know. I'm hearing like a pig in shit here, rolling around, just having the most beautiful time. You know, it's from frozen to summer. The grass is actually greener, and you're not having to do anything. You're at peace. Wow. Okay, well, that's a big message. So 3 of water. Look at the celebration, community, friendships. So 3 of cups. This is your soul tribe. This is fitting in. This is being appreciated, celebrated, belonging, and having fun. So if we were isolated, if we were feeling very stuck, it's no longer. Okay, this is the card of celebrations, reconciliations, friendships, community. And look at the summertime energy here. Like you're going from winter to summer. And the butterflies here is talking about this transformation, because I feel like this has been quite the transformation. And you're glowing here. Like you're the one who's transformed here to make this happen. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's keep going. So we have the 6 of Swords. Yeah, we're getting out of that whole difficult point in time in our world. Relief, hope, moving on. Taking off the backpack. The Hermit, introspection, self-discovery, mentorship, and the 7 of Air, which is 7 Swords, awareness, caution, consequences. So what does this mean? We're going from the 7 Swords energy. This could be self-sabotage. This could be not knowing how to trust, feeling very alone, feeling like we have to make moves alone, not knowing who and what we can trust, situations, people. Okay, and maybe being very guarded of our own energy and not quite sure. And I feel like this Hermit's really talking about the self-transformation that we've done and the journey of understanding where we were completely torn or stuck or uncertain or indecisive and foggy. We're getting completely out of that mindset, completely out of that environment. And look at this beautiful summertime energy. So you're headed right to this clarity. So we have Virgo energy here. Wow. Okay, let's keep going. And we have the Lovers and we have the Dreamer. Oh my goodness. Beginning, believing, protected, relationships, emotions, choices. Look at this, you guys. I'm getting goosebumps. Protected, protection. So it came out in this order: limiting beliefs, reflection, protection. So we had limiting beliefs. Okay, whatever they might have been, they were definitely maybe self-induced or whatever. But I feel like we've had so much reflection, sitting there at the crossroads, having to make a choice, looking at our childhood dream, our life's calling with this path. Okay, there's a life path here. And for some of you guys, it could certainly be in a relationship, because I feel like we're going from hermit, recluse, alone, to our soul tribe, our lover, our partner, our like family. This is like your dream. And I feel like with this 0, there's like infinite amount of possibility here. There is no cap to your happiness here. Okay, a new beginning with boundless opportunity, infinite. And I do feel like you feel like, am I in a dream? Am I in a dream? It seems very surreal here to be completely aligned. You almost feel like, does the divine love me this much? That's giving me this blessing. The dream, the ultimate dream that I've carried. And you are protected during this sort of transition. But I don't even feel that it's going to be this scary transition, because I feel like we have been transitioning. We have been getting out of this very heavy energy. The Hermit's energy, it could be very heavy and lonely. It's very intense. It's very serious. It's discovering ourselves and becoming aware of things, aware of our limiting beliefs and what holds us back. And, but once we see that, we can't unsee. Like I said, whatever was in the shadow is now visible. There's no more limitation. We can only move forward. And when we move forward, I feel we open this door to this beautiful, beautiful energy. And look at this inner child. She's running. And I feel like we have loyalty here with friends or with our community or with a lover, with where we were feeling, I don't know, betrayed, isolated, and on our own. And we have the Queen of Cups, loving, giving, psychic, and 15. In this deck, okay, because 15 in the tarot is the Devil card, which is Capricorn. And this one, it's the Angel, and it says ego. And look at this cage open. Okay, so it's the light attribute of the Devil, which is liberation. Okay, illusion, dependency, and materialism. So wherever we were held in illusion, wherever we were having a dependency that was unhealthy or limiting or keeping us stuck, unhealthy patterns with the Devil, vices, addictions, codependencies, whatever was preventing us from healing. Okay, could be your own ego, could be your fears, limiting beliefs, other people's. Okay, could be materialism, having to be like dependent on the physical world and believing we are the body and we're limited. We go to this unlimited, boundless, free, healed, liberated person who's seeing through this illusion. Okay, and with this Queen of Water, I feel like the heart space here is talking really about aligning yourself towards what's authentic, that connects to your heart space, to what you really love. Okay, this, like I say, because this is collective, it's like your creative thing, your path, your relationship, your whatever speaks to your heart, and only you know what that thing is. This is what you give to, and this is what gives back to you, and this is what frees you. And look, we see the birdie here, and we were really being drawn to the little birds here because I was talking about something being revealed or communicated or understood in a way that we see. And that's what liberates us, because we're finally free. We're no longer caged, and we're nurtured and protected. And I feel like we do have loyal friendships, people, love, compassion from people here who we might have not have been able to experience or let in. That absolutely liberates us. And I'm feeling a lot of temperance energy from this, which is balance and healing. Yes. So Sagittarius energy that I'm feeling, also Capricorn. And then we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces with the Queen of Water, and Gemini, and Aquarius, and Virgo. Lots of energy here, but it's certainly for the collective here who's tapped in. And here we have the Queen of Air. Brilliant, experienced, and humorous. So the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is a clear understanding. There's a clear understanding, okay? And I feel like this is a relief. And look at all this purple energy with the Queen of Cups too. Queen of Cups is psychic. Okay, and here are the purple, something spiritual, something psychic, something divine, something that was not seen. And so I feel like, I don't know, there's a birthright here that was removed or not seen, and it's coming into fruition. It's your birthright. You can see it, you could feel it, it's tangible, it's manifested in front of you, and it's all from the work that you've been doing with this experience. You're seeing it, you can speak it and understand it. Okay, and wherever we were self-sabotaged or just in illusion, not capable of seeing or understanding, that's all about to change. Because the Queen of Swords sees very clearly and understands very, very intellectually. Okay, so I feel like there's the mind, and then there's the heart, and I feel like this experience is soul food for both, because it's actually in alignment, and that's why we're seeing this temperance. I call it temperance because it's the angel. We're being guided, protected. Okay, well, you might have had to work through the ego, like I said, and see through these illusions, but it's the temperance is about the mind and the heart coming into balance in order to create this beautiful thing here. And like I said, I don't even feel this is like, having to go through all the pentacle suit to build. I feel like we're opening the door to something already built that can stand the test of time. Like a beautiful family, a beautiful relationship, a beautiful friendship. So I do want to get for you guys a sneaky peek. What can we expect and see? Beautiful pile number 1. What can pile 1 expect to see on the other side of this? Okay, spirits, pile number 1. Thank you so, so much for this beautiful message for pile number 1. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 1. What can they expect to experience, to see on the other side of this 6 swords and this door that they're about to walk through once they drop that backpack? So we have the Knight of Cups, romantic, emotional, dramatic. So the Knight of Cups is the knight in shining armor. This is expressing our emotions, following our heart. The Empress, creation, abundance, and action. This is the ultimate card of love in the tarot. Okay, divine feminine. And this is all about giving and receiving love. Yeah, heart space. Being able to receive and give love. Show love. Follow up on love. And we have the 8 of fire. Speed, activity, and multitasking. So, interesting that I wrote I love you on my finger. All about love. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this. Renewal. So, you guys gave up. Gave up. Gave up on yourself. Gave up on love. Gave up on your dream career. Gave up on your vision. Gave up. Gave up. Gave up. Look at this renewal. Life got breathed into this situation. And it's not even just life to have a hope. This is like reaching this state of complete awareness. Okay, and for a lot of you guys, we saw that World card, and we're now seeing this Judgment. This is the Judgment card in the tarot, which says renewal. So this is like a huge soul lesson, some massive phase that's closing out. Okay, and we're now seeing and understanding and moving with love, communicating with love, having a breakthrough here, momentum. We're not sluggish. We're not slowed down. We're not stuck. And when I opened up this reading, remember I was saying I feel like something was stuck for a very long time. This is the opposite. And in fact, this is talking about moving fast. And so I do feel like if you're on the side of the anticipation, having to put down that backpack, the speed could certainly have been fearful. But I feel like once we open this other door, I guess, or go through, okay, once we drop that backpack, I feel like we're the ones who wants to go very fast. And we finally feel liberated and free in this environment where there is no restriction or limitation. It's very, very freeing. We don't feel pressured. We don't feel anxious. We don't feel timid. We don't feel confused. It's very free flowing, and we have clarity and certainty around how we move. There's no second guessing here, you know? So if we were lacking in anything, that 8 swords, there's no more, like a self-confidence, an ability to perform, an understanding that we thought would come and never came. It doesn't matter here. This is like all about being really connected at the heart space, unconditionally able to love and receive love and do what we love and be completely fulfilled and understand this at a soul level, and you're divinely guided and protected. I feel this has been a journey that's been guiding you, that's taken a lot of reflection. And here we have that rebirth. Like I said, it's a whole new book. Whew, this is very intense. Pile number 1, this is your reading. I hope this helped you. I'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye. Hello, gorgeous angels. Pile number 2, you guys picked the healing message. I cannot wait to get into your reading to see what it is that Spirit wants to communicate in regards to your healing. So, gorgeous angels, I do suggest if it's your first time to tarot to go listen to the disclaimer. Okay, and I do want you guys to develop your intuition. So best way to tap into that is to sit through this card layout. I have not looked at these cards at all. And so I'll be laying these cards out and we'll be tapping into our intuition together. And so if you want to go straight away to the channeled message, you can click on the timestamp. Okay, or you could sit throughout this card layout and we'll take a look at what it is that's the healing message that Spirit's wanting to deliver to you. So let's take a look. We have 27, freeing the threads of connection. or the number 9. And we have patience, 22. So 22 is a master number. It's all about peacemaker. It's all about diplomacy and divinely guided relationships. So we have relationships, we have connection, we have patience. The butterflies talking about liberation, transformation. We see this person carrying this other person. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see that? Being carried through. And we have the mountain lion with stalk. In my pursuit, both honorable and, is my pursuit, both honorable and focused with the mountain lion. Okay. And we have, you are doing enough. It's going to be okay with this beautiful cat. Beautiful magenta color. And we have slow down, pause and allow things to unfold. Look, she's resting her head just like this cat. And so they almost look very similar. Their position there. Okay. And we have inner child. Allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings. Beautiful. And we have soulmate. Oh my goodness. Soulmate. She's coming out of this lotus flower. And we have 528 hertz, transformation and miracles. Oh my goodness. Number 27. Didn't we have? Yes, look at that. 2727. That could be an angel number. If you guys want to comment, what do you find for angel number 2727? See what comes through. But this is talking about transformation and miracles. Miracles. Certainly the lotus flower grows where there's very challenging place to grow. There's not a whole lot of nutrients for this lotus flower to grow, and it still produces. So somewhat of a miracle here. Something's being transformed, born. Fruit of life, sphere of knowledge, number 14, which is temperance energy, balance, Sagittarius energy. And we have the universal mind, 47. You are about to receive the solution to your problem or concern. Oh my goodness. And we have the new door, 46. Look at the succession, you guys. This is interesting because some of you guys might have come here from pile 1. Okay, and some of you guys might go be checking out pile 1 shortly. But there was succession kind of in the same spot, and we did talk about a new door. And I don't want to give away what happened with pile 1, but if you guys were called, okay, to pile 1. So this new door says your prayers have been answered and a new door is being held open for you. Isn't that amazing? Prayers, miracles. What's coming through here? My goodness. Listen. Listen. Okay, my goodness. And then 30, engaging with fears and doubts. Or the number 3. And we have 13 with Aries, I am. So 13 is all about transformation. 13 is the number 4, which is Emperor energy, which is this Aries, divine masculine energy. So we have 4 here with the 22. Okay, I am Aries. It's all about being empowered. And we have Moon and Taurus, growth, personal growth with self-esteem, number 14. So we have 14, 14, which I'm still getting temperance energy, healing, balance. Look at these pearls inside this clamshell. Of this clamshell here, all of these jewels. Very interesting. And we see the moon here, which is all about emotions, could be our fears. Moon and Taurus. Okay. And we have authority, number 10. So that's certainly Aries energy with authority. The frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. Put that there. And we have the card of Harvest Mother watches over me, number 31, or the number 4 again. So mirrored numbers 13 and 31. Where should we put the spirit? Let's do this. No, I want to put that over there. Okay. Let me channel your message, beautiful pile number 2, and see what, oh, wait a minute. We have this tea leaf. It says ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. This is about commitment, contracts, officialness. Definitely could be a proposal, engagement. Okay, let me sit here with this. Ooh, wow. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Beautiful, beautiful angels who have tapped into this pile. I feel as though you might be very deflated about most likely our relationship. Okay? Doesn't have to be a relationship reading for all of you guys, but to put it into context, I'm going to read it as though it is a relationship here, because I feel like, especially with this soulmate energy, we might have been very disappointed by another person, very let down, or just very deflated. It's not going to happen. We might have had to sever ourselves from someone, feeling very much burdened by decisions we might have had to make. Okay, but I feel like there's an energy here of empowerment. And this empowerment is coming as Spirit's wings to lift you up, okay, at this point in time, so that you know that whatever decisions you are in line with your path. And whenever you feel weak, or whenever you feel like you cannot, know that Spirit is right beside you. I feel like Spirit's lifting you up here to pull you through and push you through, supporting you with the decisions you're making. There is this heavy, heavy, heavy protection from Spirit while something is culminating here. It's giving birth. Look at this beautiful sheep. It's pregnant. It's about to birth something here. Okay, and what is it about to birth? I feel like this sheep, this innocence, your innocence, is about to birth a blessing and a prayer that you have been, and a miracle here that you have been nurturing or supporting or fostering. I feel like you've been pregnant with a dream, pregnant with a need to nurture something. You've been nurturing something, either a soulmate connection or trying to manifest a relationship. And I feel like you've had to be very patient with potentially other people. You've had to be patient with yourself. You've had to be patient with the divine. You've had to nurture your inner child. You've had to do multiple things, I feel here. And also you had to untangle yourself from people, places, things that might have really weighed you down or confused things for you. Things are becoming very, very clear. You're becoming very precise. You're becoming very aware. You're becoming very confident in your own energy. You're no longer being intertwined or pulled down by other people or situations. Okay. And Spirit is saying here that whatever lows you're feeling, because I feel like there are some heavy lows here, slow down and know that Spirit has your back and is taking care of whatever it is that you prayed for. It is unfolding. There's no need to exhaust yourself thinking about the worst or what it is that you need to do. You don't need to do anything at all. Spirit's saying, allow the process to unfold. It's already in motion. This sheep is going to give birth. There's no stopping it. It's already pregnant. It's already incubated. It's already been nurtured. Okay, and we might be really feeling like in the final stretch here, like the mother's carried this baby for like 8.5 months. And so she's starting to get very discouraged, and she's starting to wonder if she can even go carry this child any longer. So Spirit is really talking about patience, and with this listening and all this blue, you're going to be hearing, seeing, and experiencing what it was that I feel you've been incubating and aligning yourself with here, okay? Which is, like I said, an absolute miracle. This prayer that you've had, an answer to this challenge that's been ongoing. And I feel like it's either, like I said, a relationship, this soulmate energy. And so we've been engaged with a lot of fears, a lot of doubts, whether this would happen, whether we were doing things to slow this manifestation down, whether we were aligned or not. Okay, we might have been really questioning our own ability, our own strength with the self-esteem here. And I feel like we're coming into our fullest power. We're no longer given into second guessing our own ability, our own confidence is not being swayed by other people or situations or circumstances that seem to be held up or stalled. Okay, so I feel like you are being blessed with the manifestation that's been incubating and being produced there in the ethers. It's about to be birthed here in the 3D world. For a lot of you guys, it could certainly be a commitment, okay, of a marriage or a coming together here of a romantic partner. But like I say, business, career, it is all coming together here in a formal, official way, something you can commit to. Okay, the opportunity becomes visible to you. You can now hear it or see it. It's now aligned. It's no longer in the shadow. It's now manifested. And I feel like we can see this instantly. Just like once the baby is born from this beautiful sheep, it's here. It's here to stay. And so this new door is like, once we open that door, it's on the other side. There is no more having to do anything other than just be able to receive once we open this door. This door is about to open. It opens on its own. We don't have to open it. Maybe we've been standing in front of this door, being very patient. And why we've been sort of going through this whole process, Spirit is talking about transformation. Situations have had to transform. We have had to transform. Maybe people we were dealing with had to transform. There's a lot of transformation here. Okay. And I feel like the process of transformation is very difficult, and it has ups and downs, and it's all trying to get us to find the strength within ourselves, to trust our own ability, to detangle ourselves from anything here that's, this says, freeing the threads of connection. Because when we're entangled, enmeshed in energy that doesn't allow us to transform, to be liberated, to be free, then we end up remaining very stuck, very stagnant here. I feel like you've been having to detangle yourself for quite some time, but you're very sharp. Okay, and I feel like you've been either hunting or praying or manifesting, but I feel like Spirit is really delivering this beautiful miracle. So let's see. Spirit for pile number 2, which I do feel is very low on energy. And so Spirit is saying to go spend some time in the sunlight if you can. Okay, allow yourself to take a break from this manifestation. It's already, like I said, pregnant. Okay, there's nothing to do here. There's nothing more you can foster with this thing. There's just relaxing and nurturing yourself and wait for the divine, because you'll hear it. The divine will present whatever this thing is. It's already coming to you. It's on its way. So Spirit's clear and concise message for pile number 2 in regards to this healing message. Now, I'm not reading any reversals. Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 2. What are they needing to hear for this healing message? We have the 8 of water, 8 of cups. So I think we might be very, very down and out, like I said, discouraged for some of you guys. We might have had to walk away. We've been emotionally depleted. And this 8 of cups can sometimes talk about one person having to fill 2 cups with the 8 of cups, not 2, but like 8 cups. Their cups and someone else's cups to the point of depletion. Okay, and I feel like we've had to detangle ourselves and go in search of our 9th cup. There is no other choice except for becoming empowered. With this empowerment, the searching fulfillment, it's not fulfilling when we're completely drained, when we're having to fill other people's cups and our own. We are going down this path, being divinely guided towards our 9th cup, which is our own personal fulfillment. Okay, let's see. The King of Fire, inspirational, charismatic, and innovative. Look at the beautiful cherry blossom tree. So trees are all about stability and health. The King of Fire, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this is Aries is divine masculine energy, which is coming through very strong in this reading. Aries, okay, but the King of Fire goes after what he wants. He has confidence and he wins. So I feel like there is some level of confidence here, self-esteem that might have been missing, some part of self that was underdeveloped in achieving what we want, to go after what we want. The Page of Fire, yeah, going after what we want, creative, enthusiastic, and motivated. This is more of the early stages of this King of Fire energy. Okay, but this is also about communication. And I feel like there's something here about listen, communication, being enthusiastic, very confident. High Priestess, intuition, wisdom, and patience. So patience coming out again. Pisces energy. So we're on this path, spiritual path, following our intuition, being divinely guided without seeing potentially in the 3D world, but knowing we were manifesting or birthing something here. Okay, hanging on to our confidence. And so Spirit's really talking about don't give up. Like if you've lost your fire, don't give up your fire. Okay, don't give up your fire, because trust in Spirit. That's all you have to trust in Spirit. Spirit is guiding you. Have faith in Spirit. Have confidence in Spirit. Even if you don't have confidence in yourself, which I feel like Spirit is giving you this strength and picking you up. It's like trust in the divine. Put it on the divine. The divine will guide you. The divine will get you there. Just trust the divine. Okay, Ace of Cups, new beginning, emotions, relationships, intuition. Okay, so intuition coming through very strong. It's like we've had to listen to our intuition, really listen to the divine. Okay, but the Ace of Cups, all about self-love, which we have this beautiful rose quartz here, and about a new beginning in love. We have soulmates. We have this Ace of Cups, justice, bringing things into balance, Libra energy, beautiful. So if we were in any situation that was unjust, imbalanced, this is becoming balanced. This is where we're having a new beginning, awakening, hangman, pause, perspective, and selflessness. So Spirit is asking you, beautiful people, in this healing message, to be very aware of your own mind story and how you're perceiving your situation. This will really, really, okay, like this is manifesting one way or another, okay? Your blessing's on its way. But we don't want to delay things. We don't want to get in the way of the universe. This hangman, okay, which is about the awakening, I'm more Pisces energy, by the way, is really talking about you opening the channel between you and the divine in order to bring in this manifestation. The manifestation's in the ethers. It's being birthed. It's going to come out, and we need to welcome it. And so the only way to welcome it is to know that your connection to the divine, the pathway between you and the divine, the channel between you and the divine is clear. It's not full of doubt. It's not full of, can this happen? Will this happen? Okay, so we can't let doubt get in our way. We know confidently that what's yours is coming to you. You're trusting in your intuition that the divine will bring justice. Okay, the divine always brings justice here, and you're owed justice. So I feel like this is what Spirit wants you to know, that you're going to see the justice you've been fighting for or wanting to see, or have been, like on the depleted end of justice. Things have been unjust. You're going to see this switch. Okay, but this period of pause is like, if you need to slow down, if you need to recuperate, do that. There's no need to force the manifestation. There's no need to do anything. Okay, let Spirit guide this beautiful thing into this 3D world. So we have the Queen of Pentacles with gracious, practical, and capable. Yeah, get grounded. Stay in the 3D world. There's no need to go exploring in the 3D or in the 3D, in the 5D. Okay, I feel like you've been really in tune with your intuition. Spirit's now saying, get grounded. Like put your feet on grass if you have to, walk with nature, sit in sunlight, detach from, if you've been in a highly spiritual connection here, or you've been really tuned into the spiritual side, the 5D side, there's a need to get grounded, a need to get balanced, practical. This will bring you peace. This will bring your confidence. Okay, because I feel like you might have been rocked here. Yeah, 4 of water, distraction, self-absorption, and discontentment. So do not get discouraged, okay? Essentially is your message. If you get discouraged, you just clog up the progress of this manifestation. Spirit wants you to have faith. Spirit wants you to keep trusting your intuition, keep trusting in this manifestation. Have the excitement that it will come. The more excited you are that this thing will come, and this isn't false hope, or this isn't, like whatever Spirit has brewing for you, it's going to be just and fair, because you're deserving of just and fairness. You're deserving of this manifestation, and it is coming for you. Okay, but let Spirit decide how and who and what, but just allow the channel to be clear. Okay, like I'm really seeing like birthing canal, like it's coming. Let it, but it must be clear. We can't, block it. And blocking is energetically discouraged. Blocking is energetically saying, I don't have trust in this. I don't have faith in Spirit. Feeling down and out, feeling discouraged. None of this. Okay. Now we can't help how we feel. So Spirit is saying, get grounded. Try to get yourself in this more higher state of energy. Yeah. 4 of Swords, meditation, recuperation, and contemplation. So a lot of you guys need to take some time to reflect on just your own self-care. There's no need to keep connected. Okay, it's not going to go anywhere. You're blessing your manifestation. And there's a real need here to free the threads of the connection. So if you've been very intertwined in something that's been very draining and making us feel depleted, there's just sitting with the divine, knowing that the divine has our back, feeling peaceful in this thought. Okay, no anxiety, no second guessing, no doubting the divine. And here we have the Emperor, organization, leadership, structure. Again, Aries energy, authority with the Emperor, divine masculine. So you guys are manifesting your dream role, dream partner, divine feminine energy. You might be manifesting your divine masculine. He's coming in here. Okay. So whatever you guys are resonating with, I feel like a lot of you guys might have had to walk away, okay, from disappointing situations in order to manifest your soulmate. And your soulmate is here. He's coming. And I feel like there's a need for you to get really focused with your own energy. Do not doubt. Do not start to put anything other than beautiful, balanced energy to the divine in order for this to be manifested, because you are deserving of a new beginning. And the new beginning is aligned when you connect to your self-love and this beautiful inner child energy that we were connecting with. So one other card here. Yeah, inner child. Okay, and what does this say? This says, Allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings. I feel like you guys might have been neglected, might have felt abandoned by the universe, or might have just, been here for some time. Okay, Spirit's heard your prayers. Spirit is coming. Spirit has always been behind you. Okay, but Spirit's coming with actual manifestation here in the 3D world. Okay, this is becoming a reality here. Trust. Let it flow. If you need to walk away from any emotionally dissatisfying situations, this is showing your trust in the divine. Trust when you stop doing anything that isn't emotionally aligned with how you're supposed to be feeling, with feeling very empowered, loved. Okay, Spirit will guide you in that direction. Listen to Spirit. That's all you need to know. Don't start second guessing. Okay, then you will be manifesting. And this is all about your own self-empowerment. You guiding yourself straight out into wherever you're supposed to be going here. But we have to be able to see it. We have to be able to take the courage to make action. This is all about taking action. But I feel like Spirit's message, first and foremost, is we must get grounded. If we need to take a pause, if we need to put ourselves together, we do this, and then we feel our confidence. Okay, and our confidence will guide us. But if there is somebody who you've been trying to manifest here is building their confidence, they're coming towards you, there's communication. Okay, there's this person is being manifested and coming into your presence. So beautiful, pile number 2. This is your reading. Wow, what amazing messages. I do suggest you go potentially listen to pile 1 because they certainly can be connected in some way, only if you are called. Okay, and we have Libra, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. Yeah, you have a lot of anxiety here. Negative worry, sleeplessness. Drop your anxiety. Okay, we've talked about that. So just trust in the divine. Put down your anxiety. Do not go over things that aren't helping. That's lower state vibration. Okay, don't doubt. So I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye-bye. Hello, beautiful, gorgeous angels. Pile number 3. I'm super excited to get into this because I have no idea what this is about. You have prepared to hear this. So you've done a lot of work and you're ready to hear this message from Spirit. So like I said, I'm super excited for all 3 readings because I did feel very intense energy when I was putting them together. So I have not looked at these cards at all. I don't know what this message is about. Okay. So the best way for you to know whether it resonates for you is to sit through the card layout. Okay. And tap into your intuition. Ask the divine what you'll see, feel, or hear to determine whether the messaging is right for you. Okay. But if it doesn't feel right, don't take the message. Okay, and this could certainly be energy around you. Don't pigeonhole yourself to what you think you'll see, but be open to what this message is. And that's the best way for you to intake whatever this is about here. Okay, so let's take a look. We have, you are not a burden. We are lucky to have you. Oh my goodness. We are lucky to have you. I don't know what sort of animal this is, but it's absolutely adorable. And we have number 2, rising inner strength. Wow. How powerful is that? Beautiful energy coming through already. And we have number 21 with imagination. Look how beautiful these cards are. Rising inner strength, imagination. Number 21 or the number 3. She's wearing this beautiful yellow dress, which is solar plexus energy, confidence, sun energy, very vibrant, beautiful. And then we have star, Aquarius energy. So star is all about, it could be about fame. Rising star or North Star, healing, destiny. Do something for someone. Give your attention to another. Number 41 or the number 5. Look at her in the forest feeding all the beautiful animals. Snow White energy. And we have guidance. When you make divine intelligence your foundation, you finally have a fixed star to follow. Oh, my. And we have sorrow. Oh, I'm being called to pull this beautiful Mother Mary keychain that my good friend gave to me. If you're here, leave a comment. I love you, sister. Beautiful Mother Mary. So this is sorrow. Okay, actually, let's put Mother Mary right here. Okay, and we have harmony. Create harmonious surroundings, number 40, or the number 4. And we have intuition, number 6. You are learning to embrace and trust your inner knowing. Oh my goodness, inner strength, inner knowing. 6 could be lovers, Gemini energy pulling through here. Aquarius energy, Leo energy with the yellow. Lots of fire as well, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, core values, number 15, follow your heart and make your values a priority. Wow, strong. So another 6. Okay, but 15 is the card of the devil, so Capricorn energy coming through, but I'm getting more the light attribute of this devil energy, like passion, its intensity. Something very intense here, very intense. Pathways. Okay. And opening to dreams and visions, 28, or the number 10. So talk about pathways. Opening to dreams and visions. Nighttime? Wow. Okie dokie. Pisces, I believe. So Pisces is very dreamy. Yeah, I'm getting lots of dreamy energy here with the star. Like, I believe 24, or the number 6 again. We have 666. Wow. So 66 is a master number. Okay, service is a source of joy in which one pours from an overflowing cup and not martyrdom. So certainly we'd have to know our own value to contribute here. We have Moon and Leo, feeling very strong Leo here with heroism. Let your inner hero out. Wow, lots about letting your inner self out. Okay, and then we have freedom and adventure, Moon and Sagittarius with discovery. Another 21. So we have 21, 21. That could be an angel number if you look that up. And if you can leave that in the comments so that we know what is angel number 2121. Freedom and adventure, Moon and Sagittarius, discovery. Look at the similar colors here. And we have synergy with 41. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. Oh my goodness, this is powerhouse. So number 41 or the number 5. Synergy. Okay, sorry, I know I'm getting all squished here, but this is the only way I know how to do this. And horseshoe, good luck. Oh my goodness, you guys, look at this. So I'm getting like a magnet, like magnetizing things towards you. Beautiful angels. Heart chakra. Oh my goodness, getting goosebumps. So the frequency of heart chakra, the green flower of life, supports our capacity to love deeply and unconditionally. Its healing properties harmonize the mind and the body. And we have the snow shepherdess with the number 8. So this card is all about where something that was completely dead, it was completely given up on, completely over, comes to life. It's revived. It's revitalized with the snow shepherdess. Wow. Okay. Look at the thick clouds behind her too. Okay. So let me channel this. Beautiful angels. You guys can certainly skip ahead. Wow, pile number 3. How do I even begin this? I'm so honored to do your reading here, and I do want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you all for being here, but I'm so honored to do your reading here. What blessed energy. Very powerful energy. I feel like for this group, this is a pile where you've been very involved in your healing journey. Okay, you've been through a lot. And I feel like it hasn't always been pleasant, but what Spirit's really saying is whatever accumulation of all this has come down to, getting to this state. And I feel like this state is one in which not only are you liberating, freeing yourself, okay, like it feels like a very beautiful energy of really integrating the purest form of yourself and your highest potential, but sharing this beautiful energy with the people and the community and the collective. So I feel like a lot of you guys are involved in the collective, healing the collective, providing any sort of service here with the collective, or if you haven't, you will be. There is this very unique way, okay, of your energy and how it's manifesting in this day and age into some creation here that's completely unique and different to you. It's being birthed, and it's very different than what the collective is used to. And there's like a powerhouse of energy here, and I feel like you are completely in balance when it comes to understanding your shadows, your light. And I think you've had to work through a lot of your illusions, your ego, maybe unhealthy beliefs, restrictions, challenging people, understand your intuition. Like there's lots of that coming through. Okay. And you've been really guided. You know, you've been being guided. You might have not have always understood or seen the divine, but I feel like we're coming to a point where all we see and understand is for certain is that the divine has developed us into this beautiful energy that's no longer burdened by things of the past, ways of being of the past, situations, circumstances, whatever it was. We have freed ourselves into this new energy, and it's like light at the end of the tunnel. We're seeing that we finally arrived to this place. And not only are we just arriving and being like, oh, you know, like I'm totally out of breath. It's like you're revitalized in this beautiful new energy to provide to others. And so maybe for some time you're like, I don't know how to provide or what my contribution is, or, you know, you've just been in recoup mode. It's like, I need to recoup. I need to overcome. I need to work on myself. There's this no need to work on self now, because it's like who you are, you've accepted. You're embracing all of yourself. You've understood yourself. You see yourself. And so you're standing in front of making major decisions that are in line with your life path. And I feel like there's a lot there that you can explore and see, because you've opened up your energy. And so doors that have been closed in regards to what you could accomplish and do and even see, because your eyes were either closed or your mind wasn't open, is now open. Okay, so your third eye, your ability to see, your ability to dream into existence, whatever you want, unfolds. And I feel like you understand your power to manifest this. I feel like a lot of you guys have opened your third eye, have opened your heart. Okay, like this is all about tapping into our compassion, into understanding how to provide love from a loving place, not an egoic place, not a hurt place, not a trauma place, but actually opening up our heart space. Okay, and believing in the magic of the divine, believing in other dimensions of possibilities here, being really in tune with our dreams and bringing in manifestations. So I feel like you're very tapped in and you're very connected. And I feel like you provide a lifeline. And you provide this lifeline to people around you, the collective. I don't know, you're helping people. People are in awe and people are very appreciative of whatever you're providing, because you are like, I don't even know how to word this. This is a very like Aquarius type energy. Okay, I'll read it again. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. You guys are opening up a new reality, almost like you're opening up a new dimension. I don't know if this is new earth, what this is. Some of you guys are coming into union with self. Some of you guys are coming into union with your divine counterpart. Some of you guys are coming into union with your life's purpose path, providing this thing that's coming from the, I don't know, the impossible realm here, you know, nothing's impossible, but whatever this is, it's something my brain can't even fathom to put into words. Okay, because I haven't thought it up. This is something you've thought up, or you've dreamt up, you've drummed up. And it's really connected to your purpose, and it's very connected to your essence and your being. And I feel like now you're strong enough to support this creation. And there is this inner accumulative strength that is coming through your energy, that it has been growing and pulsating and getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, and I feel like we're finally taking action, or we're finally seeing that clearly. Whatever we were just maybe, I don't know, still not seeing, or still trying to calibrate, still holding back, one shoe still didn't drop, whatever that thing is, I feel like that other shoe drops. We walk through that pathway, but I feel like it's not just one path is what I feel. I feel like this is like you open up all a world of possibilities, unlimited, boundless, because it's not the one path. It's like you open this magical world of all of these things that are now possible, and you're not pegged to one, but you're now available to all of it. And it's up to you wherever you decide. Because I feel like with this imagination and this Pisces is like, and even this synergy, what I just read, it's like you're dreaming into reality pathways that weren't even there. So it's not like you're seeing options in front of you. It's like you're creating these options, and they're catered to you. They're custom to you. They're developed by you. They're dreamt into reality by you. They're like, this is master manifester craziness here. Okay, but it's harmonized to your energy, and it brings in harmony to the collective. And I feel like it brings in harmony to those around you. And like I said, with this, I was really feeling like a magnet on the card layout. It's like you're magnetizing your community, your vibration, all good things here. Okay, it's like it's aligned here. It's harmonious. It's not, I don't know, it's not a disharmony. It's coherent. And I feel like it's your energy, but it's also your surroundings. So if you've been working on getting balanced and calibrated and harmonized, it's now your outside world. It all around you is harmonized, balanced, and coherent and flowing. And it's almost like I see like you have this magic wand, okay, but it's your energy. And I feel like it's your energy of manifestation to dream into existence what you want to see in front of you. It's almost like you have this magic power. You think it and it becomes a reality. This is what I'm seeing here. And for a lot of you guys, it's like very instant. I dream it, I want it, I see it, you know, but it's very ascended energy here. It's not from a place of somebody who's traumatized or has egoic, selfish desires, because I don't think this gift would be given to you unless you transmuted a lot of that egoic need for desire, or what it is you're manifesting. I feel like your manifestations are for love, for healing, compassion, caring, you know, healing the collective that might be suffering here, understanding what it means to suffer, and understanding what it means to go through whatever, and provide a nurturance. And so I feel like whatever you're manifesting, whatever you're dreaming into existence, is very selfless. And it's through this strength that obviously comes from the divine, but through you, you know. And so obviously, and I don't need to tell you, but it's very important to remain humble and to know that the divine is working through you. This is nothing with you. I mean, yes, you know, there's no shame in saying all of the work you've done on self, shadow work, acceptance, you know, situations that have been challenging, people, circumstances, tears, pain, all of that stuff, burdens that you might have had to carry. But, and Spirit is saying like you've done that. through the work of the divine, but all of this is very divine, divinely orchestrated. The divine has been guiding you. The divine has been working through you. The divine has bestowed upon you this beautiful gift of intuition, this beautiful gift of being able to manifest. Okay, and if you believe it with this imagination, it comes into existence. That's very powerful. So it's talking about follow your heart and make your values a priority, meaning do not get too selfless where you lose yourself. There's value for yourself. This pathway, whatever's in front of you, include yourself. Be inclusive to you. Do not be so selfless where we start to, help everyone except for ourselves, where we give from this overflowing cup. But it's so overflowing and we're giving it where we're just become empty. And I don't think you'll do this. I think this is maybe what we've learned, or maybe what we've balanced is like, I know how to give and I know how to maintain for self, and I know a balanced way and I know a healthy way. And I know how to follow my heart and be led by my intuition without having any doubts. Wow. Pile number 3, like, I don't know what to say. Let's do some tarot to close out your reading, because I do feel it is pretty much complete. But if we can get a sneaky peek at what this is all about, I'd love to see. Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 3. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 3. Thank you so much, pile 3, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed to do your reading. Spirits, for pile 3, please, can we get a sneaky peek into what is this beautiful, beautiful thing that's being manifested here? I mean, I don't think it's going to be able to explain for all of you guys. It's different. I won't be reading any reversals today. Okay. Pile number 3. What more does pile 3 need to know? Any questions pile 3 still has about this beautiful thing being revealed here? Ooh, high priest, you guys, oh my goodness. You guys are becoming the high priestess. Like, you guys are a high priestess here. Full of beautiful intuition, being guided by the divine. This is all about divine guidance. Intuition, wisdom, patience. And you've shown a lot of patience. Very wise, very, very wise. Spiritually wise. So strong. Wow, Pisces, the King of Fire. So the King of Fire wins. And the King of Fire has full confidence. He's capable. He's empowered. Here it says inspirational, charismatic, and innovative. That's beautiful. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And the King of Wands includes himself. It's mostly about him. And I feel like maybe we've been so selfless we forgot about ourselves. I feel like there's something becoming stabilized here. Very healthy. Beautiful cherry blossom tree. And we have the 5 of water. Yeah, sorrow. Where we've been very disappointed. We have disappointment, regret, and forgiveness. We've had to go through a lot of disappointments here. And even though we knew we were guided, our environment could have really let us down. There was a lot of sadness that you've had to experience. The moon, more angel energy. So the moon is all about our emotions. Okay, but I'm feeling here, right, by this high priestess, this is all about divine guidance or intuition, being led, not really seeing where we were being led. Okay, intuition, illusion, and revelation. Yeah, revelation is right. We see what it's all for now. We're not in the dark. Oh, wow. Okay, Page of Fire, which is very much in line with this King of Fire. This is about communications. This is the enthusiastic energy of the Page of Wands. Creative, enthusiastic, motivated. And we have the 8 of Water. Searching, empowerment, and fulfillment. So everything that's been emotionally dissatisfying, if we were feeling sad, if we were feeling emotionally depleted, situations, circumstances, people, relationships, whatever was not emotionally filling our cup, we're leaving this behind. We've left it behind, and Spirit is rewarding us. And so we're walking towards this beautiful, I feel it's unknown, but we're so tapped into it. So it's like, I don't see potentially what's going to unfold, but I know it's great because I believe in the divine. Look at that release, endings, transformation, and freedom. 13 is the death card in the tarot, Scorpio energy. And this is all about detaching from all of the old ways of being and becoming reborn. The only way to have a new life is to release the old life. And that's what I feel like you guys are doing. And it absolutely frees you guys. But look, we're being reborn as this beautiful phoenix. Interesting, phoenix is fire, which is this king of fire. You guys are being reborn as this beautiful king of wands, king of wands. Wow. And look, we have this horseshoe, which does talk about Queen of Wands energy for me, because Queen of Wands magnetizes towards her, whereas the King of Wands makes moves in action. These are like balancing both parts of your ability. Like there's heavy fire here, but it's like an ability to bring towards you what you need, where you don't got to chase and pursue, and knowing that you're confident when you do have to make moves and decisions that you can and be successful. There's a lot of success here. There's a lot of creative energy, a lot of passion energy. And that's why I was feeling that devil. Like I said, this devil was coming through as passion, fire, like a lot of fire here. Your creative energy is very strong. Okay. So we have release with Scorpio energy, and we have the 9 of Earth. Contentment, luxury, and independence. Look at this. 9 of Earth is all about self, which is coming through this. So even if we're aligning with the right people, situations, communities, this is all about you sustaining your own energy, having your outside world support you. You've made it here. You've been able to accomplish this. Okay, this is like really talking about your confidence, your ability to produce, and your ability to be supported in abundance here. It's all unfolding in this way. So it allows you to focus and do what you want to do. It's like living in the lap of luxury. Okay. And this is a beautiful energy, because once we're at this 9 of Pentacles, we can really do whatever. We can go into relationship. We can open up a business. We can move where we want. We can create anything. We're at the point here, pinnacle. Okay. But I feel like the pinnacle could certainly be pinnacles in different areas of your world, because you're going to manifest whatever it is that you want. And I feel like, again, it's unique for all of you guys. I don't know what it is, and I don't think we are seeing it because it's still in your intuition and you're still like creating this thing, but you'll be guided and you'll see it, and whatever you are guided to, it's away from any disappointment, sorrow, sadness, heavy feelings, emotional depletion, any of that stuff. Look at this, the Emperor here. Like I said, I'm not reading reversals. So what's this talking about? Aries energy coming through. This is about getting empowered. Okay, divine masculine energy, organization, leadership, and structure, confidence, empowerment. So for some of you guys, if you resonate with divine counterparts, we have a king and a queen of wands. Definitely divine masculine energy pulling through here. This whole energy felt like a divine feminine, because we were getting a lot of watery, feminine, intuitive energy. Okay, and so there's this like union, synergy that happens here. Okay, combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning. I feel like this is becoming a manifestation here, but I feel like it doesn't matter whether you have a divine counterpart so much as you coming into union and balance with your masculine, your feminine energy, your powers, your intuition, your ability to create this thing is solely because of you. Like you have brought it in, whatever you needed, whoever you needed, in order to manifest this thing. So wow, these are such powerful readings today, you guys. If you were called to any other pile, I do suggest you go check it out, because I'm just speechless here. I'm going to listen to this back because they're very powerful, and I don't know what I channeled, but I'm sure it's been quite significant, quite profound. Let me know in the comments if you guys resonated. I do love you guys very, very much, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye. Welcome to the disclaimer. Don't get fooled by people scamming you in the comments section. If you're interested in a private reading, all my contact information is in the description box, and there you will find my website, and that is only through my website can you book private readings at this time. And for those of you guys new to the tarot, tarot does not predict your future. Tarot is not set in stone. Tarot is reflecting back to you a state of consciousness that is something you can either resonate with or not. And so it's very important that you are in tune with your intuition so that you know whether the pile you're picking, the information coming through, is reflecting back to you your own intuition, state of consciousness, your subconscious. And this will be the best way for you to know that the message is indeed meant for you. So if your intuition is not clear or it's cloudy, then you might be tapping into the wrong pile, or information might be coming through that is not dictating whatever your circumstance situation is. So it is important that you work with the divine to develop your intuition. Best way is to sit through the card layout, which I do include with most of my readings, where you can ask the divine to come up with what you'll see, feel, or hear to determine whether the pile makes sense for you. And so you can ask the divine to show you those signs, symbols, synchronicities, either throughout your dreams or throughout your day, and certainly throughout the reading, so that you can be assured that the messages you're tapping into are the right messages for you. If you are drawn to multiple piles with the pick a card readings, listen to your intuition. A lot of times energy is interconnected, and in this channel, a lot of times all my piles could be interconnected. So do not feel obligated to only select one or all or none. It is definitely up to you and your intuition. If you are in a pile and it is not resonating, there is no need to continue listening to that pile. If it doesn't resonate, sometimes it gives us perspective so that we know what is resonating for us. So even piles that do not resonate could provide some insight. Keep in mind that if you have strong energy in your presence, other people, situations, that could be quite heavy energetically or strong energetically, spiritually heavy, those might pull through the pile. So it might not be your energy that I'm picking up, but your situation, your circumstance, or people that you're dealing with. It's up to you to keep an open mind in regards to what it is that I'm connecting to, if it is resonating to your story. Do not take any messages that don't belong to you. There will be specific messages that come through for certain individuals, even though the pile might be your pile, but the specific message does not connect to you. Do not take those messages. Only take the ones that resonate for you. It should be the overall energy in that pile that is resonating to your story. It is the gist of that energy that should be overall the story or the energy of the situation, circumstance, or the person that I'm tapping into. If you are unprepared to listen to difficult messages, messages that offer healing, messages that might provide someone else's perspective that we're not quite ready to listen to, it might be a good time to come back when we're fully healed or prepared to listen to messages. My commitment to you is to read the cards with transparency and as much compassion as I can. It is difficult for me to provide you with any guidance in the comments section without knowing your specific situation. A lot of times the piles do come reversed and they might not match the exact description of the reading. And although I am posting the description of that reading, my intention is to always deliver that in which the description talks about. But sometimes spirit comes through with the mere reflection of either something objectively pulling through, some guidance pulling through, or something completely unrelated. And that is not up to me, and I certainly don't select what comes through. But Spirit knows when you will click on whichever video in order for you to hear the messages that are being pulled through. It might just be for one person, and that one person was needing to hear it. So if you are frustrated with that, it's early to tell in a reading whether it is resonating or not, especially if we've sat through the card layout. Again, do not feel obligated to take any messages that aren't for you. You can certainly switch your own situation, circumstance, or energy based on the reading you get. So if a reading does resonate, but you want a different outcome, then utilize the reading in order for you to make conscious choices, different decisions, guide the energy in a specific way that you want it to go. This is why we utilize the tarot and the oracle cards in order for us to be conscious of the energy and make shifts. Energy shifts very fast, and it is formless. And it is not time bound, meaning I could be tapping into present, future, or past situations. If an energy feels like it's an old energy, it's past, you might want to go check out another pile. There could be one that's talking to your current situation, or we could be looking at a future state of consciousness. These readings might not make any sense to you at the time because it is beyond your level of comprehension. You might want to come back to these readings at a later date. That's why all these readings are timeless unless otherwise stated. And so, as I mentioned, it is up to you, depending on when you click on the reading, to know whether it is useful information to help guide you. All of my readings offer a level of healing, whether it is understanding someone else's perspective, if it is understanding our own perspective, tapping into subconscious energies, or looking at objective situations from the point of view of the creator. All information helps us to put the pieces of the puzzle together so that we can make better decisions when we're involved with difficult or challenging people or circumstances. This is the reason I do the tarot. I do not do the tarot so that we can dwell in hurts and in pain. So if we're suffering, we're allowed to feel how we feel. Pain is inevitable. We all suffer from pain, but the suffering is certainly up to us. And my mission is that we release suffering. Undue suffering does not need to persist. If we choose to suffer, it is because we're making a decision to stay in the suffering. The choice is always ours to get out of suffering. And so sometimes we don't like to hear what it is that's being communicated because it might release us or relieve us from stories, from comfort zones, from pains and clutches that we've used in the past in order for us to feel safe, in order for us to remain in our comfort zone. And as I mentioned, healing isn't always easy. So it is sometimes very difficult for us to acknowledge truths because sometimes a comforting lie is what we choose to believe in. I do not feed comforting lies. I will not read information or readings here that provide you a level of comfort and water the truth down. I don't want you to leave here feeling a false sense of security, but I do want you to leave with a sense that I justified your own intuition, your own energy and suspicion, or whatever you were wanting to confirm with the divine. I also want to make mention that I am not everybody's reader. So at times my voice is annoying, even to myself. And sometimes I deliver messages that aren't quite as concise as they can be. Spirit knows which words I will use in order to channel the information that my soul tribe, the people being drawn to the reading, need to hear. So those words are crafted by the design. I don't spend a whole bunch of time trying to analyze. I do know when it feels right, and I do know that sometimes it's a struggle to come up with a word that can define energy. Energy is not words. Energy can't fit into words. And so sometimes these readings could be a lot of repeating the same thing as I'm trying to find the right word. And if you've tried channeling, you'll notice that a lot of people who channel, they do repeat a lot of words until the right word comes through. Sometimes readings, unfortunately, don't make sense until the very end. And we might go down one path only to find that the answer was something else, or that the reading was something else completely. I don't intend this. Some days my channeling is very strong, and other days it is difficult for me to follow. And sometimes if it is difficult for me to follow, it can make complete sense on your end, but the delivery on my end might sound a little chaotic or confused because I don't understand everyone's situation and circumstance. Keep in mind, these are general readings, and these readings touch a lot of people, a lot of viewers. If you don't connect with my style, if you don't connect with the readings, then I do suggest you go find another reader. There's many on YouTube. And it could just be the reading or the pile wasn't your fit. So you might want to try another reading from my playlist. And I do hope you guys stay. And I do hope to connect with you guys. I do read all your comments. I do try to reach out to you guys, all of you guys. And if I don't, rest assured, I do see your comments. And I send so much love to you guys. I appreciate you guys very much. And I'm so honored to do this journey with you guys. Bless you and God bless.